Morning, everybody. We're going to be learning about time today, and that's why we've got a clock on the screen. So we're going to start with the o'clock time. So you can see on the clock that there's two hands. One of them is red and one is black. I want you to think about what the differences between the two hands of the clock are. Okay, you should have noticed that the black one is longer, and the black one is called the minute hand, and the red one is the shorter hand, and that is called the hour hand. So if you look at the clock now, when the minute hand is pointing to the top of the clock at the number 12, it's an o'clock time. And we know what o'clock it is by looking at the other hand, which is the hour hand, the shorter one. So what number is it pointing to? Yeah, it's pointing to 9 o'clock. So the time is 9 o'clock. Now I'm going to move the hands now, and I want you to watch very carefully what happens to the black hand, right? The minute hand. So watch very carefully. Yeah, see that? So what happened? The minute hand has gone all the way around the clock. So how much time has passed? Can anybody tell me? Yeah, it's an hour. An hour has gone past. So what is the new time of the clock? Can you see the new time? Look at the hour hand, the red one, and you can see that it's pointing to the number 10. So the time is 10 o'clock. Okay, so we're going to do the same again. So this time, watch the red hand, the hour hand, and see how far that moves. Does that go all the way around the clock, or does it not? No, you can see that the hour hand just moves to the next hour of the clock, doesn't it? So it's now 11 o'clock. So the minute hand has gone all the way around the clock again, and it's gone a full hour back at the top of the clock, but the hour hand has only moved from the number 10 to the number 11. Okay, right. I want you to watch again. So what time is that? That's 12 o'clock. And I'm going to move it on another hour. Can you watch the two hands moving to 1 o'clock? So is the minute hand still at the number 12? Yep. Move it on again. And it goes to 2 o'clock. And then it's going to go to 3 o'clock and to 4 o'clock. And it's going, oh, we're going to take it all the way around. Yeah, like that. And now it's 6 o'clock. So the hour hand is at the bottom of the clock. Does that make sense? Yeah. So we're going to move on to a different screen now. This one here. No, sorry, not that one. Wrong one. Let's go back again to new share, and let's find the right place. It's here. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, couldn't find what I wanted to find. Okay, and it'd be helpful if I moved to the top. Okay, so we're learning o'clock and half past times. Okay, we've learned about this. So tell me, which is the minute hand, which is the hour hand? Yeah, the minute hand is the red one and the blue hand is the hour hand. Okay, let's move on. So there's some times. All right, you see if you can read those times that you can see on the screen now. Pause the video, have a go. Right, children, did you get them right? The first one is 12 o'clock. Then we've got 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. Okay. Look at these times now. Pause the video, have a little go, see if you can read those times. Yeah, so this one is 8 o'clock. And we've got 9 o'clock, we've got 10 o'clock, we've got 11 o'clock. Look carefully about how we spell o'clock as well. We need to be able to spell that right with the apostrophe in the right place. Well done. Okay. Now, if you've made a clock, I did put the things on for you to have a go at making one. I want you to use your own clock now to make these different times. Right, so just have a little practice at home with your clock, making the old clock, talking about which is the minute hand, which is the hour hand, and where they should be pointing to make those times. Okay, good luck. Right, children, so I've got a little problem here. I want you to look at the clock. Jay says that the time is 3 o'clock, but can you spot Jay's mistake? Look carefully. Is it 3 o'clock? I want you to pause the video, have a little chat about whether it is 3 o'clock and see if you can spot his mistake. Well done. Right, did you spot the mistake that the minute hand isn't pointing to the top of the clock, is it? It's not pointing to the number 12. It's pointing to the number 3. And the hour hand isn't pointing to 3, it's pointing to 12. Okay, so the correct time is 12:15. So I've written the time isn't 3 o'clock because the minute hand is not pointing at the top of the clock, which is 12. So I've explained Jay's mistake. Hopefully you got the same. Let's look at another one. This is Holly, and she says, it is 11 o'clock, so both hands should be pointing at 11. Is Holly right? Explain your reasoning. So explain why she's right or why she's wrong. Pause the video, have a little chat about that one. Okay, no, she's not right, is she? Because if it's 11 o'clock, the hour hand has to point at the hour, it has to point at 11, and the minute hand has to point at the top of the clock at 12, doesn't it? Now I've got a little explanation, and I've even drawn a little clock there to show what 11 o'clock should look like. So I've put no, for 11 o'clock, the minute hand should be pointing at 12 and the hour hand at 11. And I've drawn a picture there to show that I understand why Holly is not correct. Okay, well done. Right, hopefully now you should have a good understanding of the old clock times. So we're going to move on, go back to our interactive clock online, and we're going to do the 1/2 So this time here, can you tell me what the time is? Yep, it's 7 o'clock. So I'm going to move now the minute hand to show 7:30. So it's got to move half the way round the clock. So it's at the top now, and I want you to watch it moving. Can you see? So it's moving all the way round the clock. And when I'm going to stop, I'm going to stop there at the bottom of the clock, okay? Because that is half the way round it. If you imagine a cake, all right, and you cut the cake into half, you're going to cut it into 2 pieces. And the line would go all the way down the middle there. So it's traveled half the way around, right, the clock, and it's going to stop there, okay? Yeah. Right, this time, I'm back at 8 o'clock now. I want you to watch the hour hand, and I want you to tell me what the hour hand does, right, and how far the hour hand moves. So the time now is 8 o'clock, and the hour hand is pointing straight at 8. Okay, watch it now. What's happening to that hand? Is it moving? Is it moving quickly or is it moving slowly? Yeah, it's moving a lot slower. Now tell me when to stop when it's at 8:30. Stop there. So it's halfway around the clock. But can you see how far the hour hand has moved? It's moved into the middle now, hasn't it? It's in between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock because it's 8:30. It's gone past 8 o'clock, and you can see that it's gone past that number It's halfway, and it's halfway to getting to 9 o'clock. Okay, watch the hour hand again while it gets to 9 o'clock. Watch what it does. Is it moving closer to the 9? Yeah. Now look at the black one, the minute hand. The black minute hand is getting closer to the top of the clock to show 9 o'clock. And the closer that that one gets, the closer the hour gets. There, it's at 9 o'clock. Does that make sense? Right, we need to go through that again. So this time is 9 o'clock. So we're going to move the clock from 9 o'clock to 9:30. So what do I need to do? You pause the video and explain what needs to happen. Yeah, we need to move it slowly until the minute hand is pointing to the bottom of the clock, is pointing to the number 6. Okay, off we go. And the hour hand should move as well, shouldn't it? Because the hour hand has got to end up halfway between 9 and 10. Oops, what have I done there? I've gone too far, haven't I? It's not pointing at the bottom of the clock. It is now. It's got to point directly at the number 6 to show 9:30. But it's 9:30. Okay? Right, I'm going to show you a time now, and I'd like you to tell me what that time is. Tell me that time. 10:30. Can you see how the hour clock, sorry, the hour hand has moved? It's halfway now between 10 and 11. Okay? Look at it moving again. What's that time? 11:30. So the minute hand has got to be pointing at the bottom of the clock, and the minute hand in between the hour of 11 and 12. Is it halfway? Trace it. Yep, absolutely bang on halfway. Well done. Right, tell me the time now. It's gone past the 12 at the top, look, our hand. Halfway between 12 and 1, and the minute hand is pointing directly to the number 6, so it's 12:30. And that one is 1:30. Well done. Can you do the next one? 2:30. 3:30. Brilliant. Okay. Right. I'm going to make them a little bit more difficult now. All right. So this time, close your eyes and you can't see which one I'm pointing. Right. What's that time? 2:30. Look at this one. Can you tell me the time? The minute hand is at the pointing to the bottom of the clock, so it's 5:30. Well done. Okay. Has that made sense? All right. I hope so. We're going to go back now to our smart board. If I can find it, here we go. And we'll look at some of the times on here. Okay. So let's learn. We've already done this, but I'll read it through. The minute hand is pointing to 12. Emma goes to bed at 9 o'clock. Where is that hour hand pointing? So the hour hand is pointing to the number 9 because it's 9 o'clock. Now, can you see the bit that's coloured in? That's half of the clock, isn't it? Because it's moved from 9 o'clock all the way around, so it's 9:30. And you can see that the hour hand has moved as well. It's gone past 9. It's halfway between 9 and 10. Okay. Right, we'll whiz through these really quickly. So we've got 12:30. We've got 1:30. Look at the next one. 2:30. Can you see that it's gone past the 2? It's got to have gone past it. In between the 2 and 3 is 2:30. In between the 3 and 4 is 3:30. In between the 4 and the 5 is 4:30. So what's this one? All right, it's in between the 5 and the 6, so it's 5:30. And this one is 6:30. So the hour hand is just gone past the 6, and the last one is 7:30. Okay. So I want you to use your own clocks again. And what I want you to do is pause the video and practice making some 1/2 times. I haven't got, some. I'm just saying, no, I haven't got any on the screen. But what I want you to do is just to practice making some 1/2. You can start with 8:30, it says that there, but 3:30, 2:30, and make sure that you move both hands. You can't just move the minute hand. You've got to also make sure that the hour hand is in between, is halfway between the two numbers. Okay, right, pause video. Good luck with that one. Right, children, so we're going to move on to this. I want you to call out which clock says 5 o'clock. Yeah, number 2. Which one says 3:30? So look carefully, look at the hour hand. Yeah, it has to be this number 4, because the hour hand, you can see it's halfway between 3 and 4. Okay, so it's gone past 3 o'clock, hasn't it? So it's number 4, this one. Look at the next one. Which clock says 10:30? They're both 1/2 times, look, because the minute hand is pointing to the bottom of the clock. So this one is 10:30, number 1, because it's halfway between 10 and 11. This clock here is halfway between 1 and 2. So that one is 1:30. So 10:30 is that one there. Okay. Right. Which one shows 10 o'clock? Have a go. Yeah, number 3 shows 10 o'clock. Now, pause the video, see if you can match up the time to the clock and read each of those clocks. Good luck. So 7:30 is this one here. 11:30 is this one. 5:30 is this one here. And 10:30 is this red one there. Hopefully you got those right. Well done if you did. Okay. Pause the video. Have a little go at these times. 2:30 is this one. 9:30 is this one. 8:30 is this one. 1:30 is that one there. Well done if you got those ones right. Okay. So with your own clock now, again, we've actually made some 1/2 times. So you might not need to do this really. We could skip that, couldn't we? Because we have already done that. I'd forgotten where that one was. So which clock faces are wrong? Explain why. So look at the 2 clock faces. I'm saying that this one is 10:30 and that one is 8:30. Am I right or am I wrong? Okay, let's look at the first one first of all. So 10:30. Well, it isn't 10:30, is it? Because the minute hand isn't pointing to the 6, right? If it was back a couple of minutes, then it would be 10:30. The hour hand is in the right place. It's halfway between 10 and 11. Let's look at the next one. So 8:30. It's not 8:30 either, is it? The minute hand is pointing to the bottom of the clock, which is right, but it's the hour hand this time that is not in the right place. As if it was 8:30, cancel that. I don't know what I was doing there. So another one, just pause the video. Which clock faces are wrong? Have a look at them, have a little chat. Right, the first one, it isn't 5 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock, isn't it? And the second one, again, it's not 1:30 because the hour hand is in between the number 12 and 1. So the time would be 12:30, wouldn't it? Okay. Right, let's read the instructions and draw the hands onto the clock. So read them with me. The minute hand is pointing at the 6. Okay. And the hour hand, I think I'll have to get a line, is halfway between 10 and 11. So the minute hand is pointing at the 6 and the minute hand is the longer one. The hour hand is halfway between 10 and 11. So there. So what time is it? It's 10:30, isn't it? Well done if you got that right. Okay. Right, we can't really, oh yeah, we could do some of these. So if I was to draw this time, 2:30, pause the video and let me know. That's just my son coming in from work. How would you explain to somebody else to do that? So pause the video, have a go. So 2:30, I'm going to put the minute hand on first, so it's got to point to the 6, and the 2, it's 2:30, it's past 2, so I'm going to have to draw the hour hand in between 2 and 3. Did you get that one right? Okay. 6 o'clock. So this time, the hour hand, sorry, the minute hand is pointing to 12, and the hour hand has got to point to the 6 like that. Okay. Let's do this one. Pause the video, you have a little go at explaining or making it on your clock or drawing it. 5:30. So this time, my minute hand has to point to the bottom of the clock, to the 6, and it's got to go past 5 o'clock because it's 5:30. So 5 o'clock is here, so it's got to be in between 5 and 6, hasn't it? And 7 o'clock, we have to point to the number 12, and the hour is 7. Make sure you draw the minute hand smaller than the hour hand. Okay. Right, well done, children. I hope you've got a good understanding now of o'clock and 5:30 times. This is your work for today. So you've got to either draw the hands on the clock and also and to write the times in the missing places. And there's a few other little challenges here for you to do about those times and explaining. Okay, the important thing to remember is that the minute hand is the bigger one, and for 5:30 times, the minute hand has to point to the bottom of the clock, and for o'clock times, the minute hand has to point to the top of the clock. And the shorter one is called the hour hand. Okay, right. So hope that's helped today. I hope I haven't gone on too long. All right, but good luck with your time work. Work hard, okay? It's really important. And if you're stuck today, ask an adult, because one-to-one with telling the time is what you maybe need. Okay, good luck today. Okay, bye now.